if you work in the medical field and you ever have to look at a lot of the results of digital scales that give you a very detailed body composition breakdown, have you noticed it being normal or ever happening for a young, non-paralysed, non-bedbound person in their mid-30s to have a normal BMI, just below overweight, like 24.5 it was, with a morbidly obese body fat percentage of 36.3% in a woman, which is morbidly obese? Because I know you can be like one category above, maybe two, but that gap, I have suspected temple syndrome. I'm trying to get them to do the test to properly genetically confirm it, at the NHS I'm talking about. And I feel like I've never heard of that. Normal BMI range, morbidly obese body fat percentage. Have you ever seen this if you work in the field? And I would imagine it could only happen in people like me with tiny little bones. See how tiny my hands are compared to like my head and stuff? Like short, narrow bones. All my bones are too small for my body, like for my height. Like legs obviously are the length they are, but like my hands, my feet, all the bones super tiny, super light. And the body composition breakdown confirmed that. And I only recently found this piece of paper that really confirmed how bad it was. I didn't know. They never told me at the time how bad the difference was. I don't think they even looked. I don't think they even bothered looking. And I had told people my whole life, like, I have a big old belly, even though my BMI is like normal or even low. Even at my lowest BMI, my belly is still like, didn't look like that. Didn't look like anyone else's with a normal BMI. And I was told I was imagining it. And that gets in your head. You start to think, I can't trust my... No, I wasn't obsessed. I wasn't emotional about it. I was just observing reality and being like, I need to do some crunches because this looks like, it sticks out. It doesn't look good in any clothes or anything. And I was made to feel like that was like a problem of like my perception. Like I was seeing things that weren't there. And it's like, no. The doctors were not bothering to see it because they didn't do anything but BMI, and they didn't realise like I had all the signs of temple syndrome. Not all of them. No one has all of them, but like enough, like hitting all the points. My whole life from birth onwards, I was hitting all the points of temple syndrome. Not that they would have heard of it back then, but still, I'm like, no, I was right. I was fat with the normal BMI. I was morbidly obese when I got to the top of the normal end of BMI, so I must have been at least overweight even when I was like lower end of BMI, because I didn't have any muscle, and like largely because I had such tiny bones that it's hard to then grow muscle without really working at it, which I'm doing right now. So yeah, just what's your thoughts on that? Has anyone else ever had a morbidly obese BMI, morbidly obese body fat percentage with a normal BMI? Unless you're like paralyzed or something, I don't see how that's possible with normal sized bones. And I just think that's more proof that like there is something abnormal about my bones and they need to like do the genetic test, basically. That's where my annoyance is coming from, and the fact that I was made to feel like I was seeing things that weren't there. When like, no, people were just like going by BMI blindly and not bothering to do any other tests, like no calipers, nothing. It was just BMI, that's it. They didn't care about anything else. And then I got massively high cholesterol, got really bad like triglycerides. Everything got worse as I got up there, as I crossed over into morbidly obese body fat percentage. That's when I got those signs of the metabolic syndrome, was when my weight went up to the highest ever, which it peaked at 25. I don't know what my body fat percentage was then, but like a month later it was 24.5, and that's when I got that fancy scale finally. And yeah, like another sign of temple syndrome that was right there in front of people. If they'd like just not been lazy, in my opinion, it's just lazy to just use BMI and not open your eyes and look at the patient in front of you and be like, wow, yeah, you do look kind of podgy for someone with no BMI. Or vice versa. If you have a high BMI but you look fine, they should look like, I don't know, man.